Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to the OxFit podcast. It's the week in advance, I guess. We're not reviewing last week. We'll talk about this week. Why we talk about this week, Savannah? Because it's your favorite, most wonderful time of the year.
It's my favorite holiday.
If she had a
Comes,
coffee right now, it would have pumpkin spice in it, wouldn't it?
yeah, yeah. Fall and baseline week. Crazy.
Don't worry that it's 95 degrees outside. It's fall. It is fall. Today's the first day of fall. Summer's over. Get your hoodies out.
Yep.
Don't worry about your six pack anymore. It's time to get jacked.
It's bulking season.
It's bulking season. That's what we do. We get you bulky. If there's one thing Oxford will do for you, we'll help you bulk up. So,
Yeah.
to all you people that worried you might get too bulky, you will. You will get too bulky at Oxford. Uh, all right, let's get serious. You're not going
Yeah.
to get bulky. You're going to get however you want to look. You want to get jacked, you're going to get jacked. You want to get skinny, you're going to get skinny. You want to just be strong, fit, and feel amazing. Welcome. Welcome to the place where all that's going to happen. And we can make it happen in how long, Sav?
Like 8 weeks or something like that, I think
Probably
is what they
sooner.
say.
Probably sooner, but if we have to, 8 weeks. And how we do it is we've been doing this for 10 years, coming up on 10 years now. And our programs changed so much, but the last few quarters of the last 2 quarters this year especially have been amazing. We've seen some of the best results we've ever had, and the fall is going to be no different. So just to start with how we do it, we track your progression, we track everything. We follow a structured plan. So yeah, our workouts and our programming is randomized in certain ways. You won't see the same thing on the same day, but we follow a linear progression to get you there. We want to know your goals. Your goal is the only thing that matters. And then we build our program and we tell you how to attack each and every day and each and every week based on them goals. And then we make sure that you can see the improvement and you can track it and you can see where you've gone wrong. And that is just the fitness side of stuff, right? Then we get into all the nutrition. So let's start it from the top, Sav. My favorite thing that we do are these scorecards. Let me share one. Let me share this one even.
Yeah.
All right, talk us through it.
There she is.
The
So,
full scorecard.
the fall scorecard. We've got, I think every cycle we have pretty much the same categories that we run through. So you've got your cardio tests, your gymnastics tests, odd object, strength, and workouts. Some of these things you find within the workout itself. Some of them are just all on their own, like those strength pieces, the weightlifting components. But basically, what you're looking at is an area to improve for everyone. So being an OxFit athlete and working out during this cycle or any cycle, we're not telling you what you have to work on, you have to get better at. This gives you the opportunity to focus on the areas that you care about. So if you have a triathlon coming up, you're probably going to care more about those cardio pieces and the more cardio focused workouts versus somebody who isn't really into endurance and they just want to lift some heavy weight. They're going to focus more on the strength. So it's just a super well-rounded week. And if you want to get better at everything, you definitely will. And if you want to get better at some things versus others, it gives you a clear picture to look at your before and your after.
Yeah. And the one thing that I love about what we do now is there's no guessing involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
That first column there is for your results this week. And
Yeah.
then the following column where your result goes for the 8 weeks and
Mm-hmm.
on the retest week or the feedback week, whatever we want to call it, goes right next to it, right? So you can see how
Yep.
much you've improved over the last 8 weeks. There's no wondering if you improved. There's no guessing.
Mm-hmm.
You can just see the data. You can see if you improved in cardio, gymnastic. And I love this scorecard because it's got a bit of everything. We've got an odd object in there. And we've got 3 different strength movements. And then we've got 5 workouts. I mean, this is a comprehensive scorecard. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and we have an overarching theme of every quarter, right? Our first quarter, the overarching theme was strength. We wanted you to get
Mhm.
strong. Now, that didn't mean you didn't get fit. We had 5 workouts on that scorecard. We had the strength was one of our main focuses. We also had strict pull-ups and strict gymnastics. So you still got more gymnastic, you got fitter, and you got stronger. So all them 3 things were in that quarter. We just know that in order to have a successful year, we want your season to go a certain way. We don't want you to constantly be doing the same thing because that just leads to repetitive stress injuries. We want to build you up through the year. So when we talk about the last cycle, that was all about fitness. You still got stronger. What were the strength movements in the last quarter?
That was the clean,
Clean,
the shoulder press,
shoulder
and
press,
we did the
and
front squat
front squat, right?
and
So,
thrusters. Yeah.
and now we're back at the back squat. When we
Mhm.
talk about this being more of an endurance focus, it's a 5-rep back squat, right? It's not like,
Yeah.
oh, we're doing this crazy endurance. Like
Mhm.
that is our endurance side of things where it's not a 1-rep max. We're not focusing on that max strength, but we want to still see you get stronger. So there's still that strength focus in there. And then look at the top, and we've got these cardio focuses that as we get towards the fall, the things that come up the most in most cities, in most states, are endurance events. It starts to cool
Mhm.
down a little bit. So you can go and do, even if it's just a 5K, we're building you to that. If it's
Yeah.
a half marathon, if it's a 10K, if it's something a little bit longer, if it's high rocks, if it's DECA, whatever them things are, we have them built in. So you're going to get stronger and you're going to get fit. And we have a slight endurance tint to it, right? It's
Mhm.
not that, oh, now it's all about running marathons. No, no, no. It's just slightly more focused on a little bit longer workouts, not 1-rep maxing. And we've built you up to it. We went strong, fit, endurance. And then
Yeah.
after this quarter, we'll bring it all together and we'll have some fun towards the end of the year with a bit of everything. But
And
as you see, we build you up to do this. It's not just like, hey, here's endurance, go try and do a marathon now, right?
yeah. And endurance, I mean, it can look a lot of different ways. I think when people think endurance, they just think going for a really long run and being able to do it without stopping or do it at a certain time. But I mean, endurance goes beyond that because some of these or a lot of these tests are going to pop up after the workout is over. So you're lifting under fatigue or you're trying to do a max unbroken set of wall balls after you already did a workout. So you're testing your endurance in that sense. And also, a lot of these lifts, I'd say this cycle is pretty different because normally for test weeks, we open up the week with as many of these heavy lifts as we can so that athletes are feeling fresh. I think the first time you lift heavy this cycle, I think is what, Wednesday, Thursday?
Mhm.
Yeah, all of our lifts are on Wednesday and Thursday. So that's another way that we're testing your endurance. After having 3, 4 workouts in your system, now we want you to do a 5-rep back squat.
Yeah, it's very subtle. You won't notice
Mm-hmm.
the endurance piece unless that is your focus. You'll just notice
Mm-hmm.
that you get stronger, you get fitter. And if we did say to you, hey, come and do this half marathon, guess what? You'll be able to do it, especially if you go to run club on a Sunday.
Heck
So
yeah.
this is such an important piece, right? And for me, the thing that I love about what we do at OxFit is we love to see this data, right? We love to know if we're getting better. And the one thing I've found is for the last few years, and like my whole job is to figure out what an OxFit athlete is and what it looks like and what it's looked like for the past 9 years. And the thing that it keeps coming back to is an OxFit athlete loves to see the data and loves to know the truth. They love to know if they're getting better or not. And they like to see not just that they're getting better, they also accept why not. So if it doesn't go to plan and they don't get the results they want, they're not the kind of people that will start looking for excuses. They'll go, well, I only came twice a week, or I was on vacation that time, or I missed the days that I said I should have come. So like I wanted to get better at, if we look at that scorecard, like toes to bar. And every day toes to bar were there. I knew I wasn't good at them, so I treat that as my rest day. And like they'll accept that, and we'll be able to move forward knowing that that is the case. And if you don't like to see results and you don't like to track your data and you don't like to know that stuff, you're not going to get the result that you could get out of this program. And the program is probably not for you, right? If you just want to go somewhere, sweat, and walk out and be like, whoa, I sweat today. What I want you to know is that you got better. An hour a day is a huge investment of your time. And for you to not know if that's working, to me, is just not acceptable, right? So I want you to get a result every time you walk in the gym. And that's why we do this. That's why we're on this podcast right now, to tell you why we do it and what the purpose is. It's not that we just want you to fill a scorecard out because it looks pretty. It's because we know that's going to get you better. And the baseline and the retest week are two of the most important things that you can do this quarter to get better, because you'll see where you're at and you'll see where you want to go. And to me, it's just invaluable as a tool. If you think of it as a test, you're missing the point. It's not a test. It's your card. It's not going to be compared to anybody else's card. It's just for you. It's how you want to use it. If you compare yourself to other people, that's your thing, right? That's not what the test is for. That's not what the card is for. It's for you to look at where you want to go and where you're at right now. And just, I love the athletes that understand that and accept that. And that's what we build it for. It's for you. If you don't want to use it, fine. But I would say try it. Keep that scorecard close. Do them 4 days and aim to retest them. And the sky's the limit for your fitness and your strength in the next 8 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a coincidence that our athletes that see the best results are the ones that have the best looking scorecards at the end of every cycle, just by paying attention enough to know what you did last time. Make sure you do come on those days where you're trying to improve on a skill or a lift or a type of workout, and then hit retest week as hard as you can. But it also is, I don't want people to get hung up on, I've had people say, well, it was just level 1. And that's what they say when I'm like, that was a great PR. They're like, it was just level 1. I'm like, well, the good scorecards aren't the ones that are all level 3. My stack would look very different if I only picked out the good scorecards if you did the highest level, which is irrelevant. At the end of a cycle, when you and I go through the scorecards, the best ones are the ones that are filled out, regardless of what level it was or what version of the movement you did. It's written in a way so that no matter what level you are, everyone can get better at what they're working on.
Yeah. And that's the way we've built our program over the last few years. When you look at, this is a perfect example when I bring up today's workout. That doesn't work. So when I bring up today's workout and you look at, so we've got double taps, we got double unders, and then we got a workout. If you look at double taps today and you just go, well, I can't do double taps, then it's the same way if you just treat the card like it's telling me something I don't want to see, right?
Yeah.
You can do everything that we do at our gym. So a double tap to you will just look different. And the way that you came up with to do them with the V up to the ring row or the tuck up to the ring row, if you get 5 more of them in a minute, that's just as important as somebody else who got 5 more of chest to bar and toes to bar. Just as important, because you improved yourself. It's not about what someone else does. That's why we have all these levels. Like today on the main workout, we have 4 different levels, not because we want the 4th person, like the level 4, the RX plus, to do the best, but because we want everybody to have a scale that they can improve on.
Yeah. Yeah, the levels aren't best to worst or going bottom to top, worst to best. It's just giving each person the circumstances they need to get the most out of their workout.
Right.
So your workout is just as effective. It's just as good of a workout if you're doing jumping pull-ups versus a bar muscle up, because it's just relative to what you're working on.
Exactly. I love the way you said that. That it's not to show that somebody else is a level above you. That's not what it means. It means that there's a level for you to get the best out of it, to be able to improve. And so everybody might do a different level today. And some people, I had a coach ask me, can you mix up levels today? And I was like, today, yes, because one, it's two different scores for toes to bar and
Hmm.
pull-ups, so you could mix it up that way. But also, the only thing that matters is that you put in the notes what you did,
Yeah.
so you can retest it. And I think because we've been doing them challenges where we made you stay in your level, some people
Hmm.
think now that maybe you no, there's nothing to do with that, right? Like you don't have to stay in any levels. You can go wherever you want based on how you want to improve.
Right.
So that's how you got to use that scorecard and the baseline stuff. And as Chris said, just come in with a growth mindset.
Yes, sir.
Makes it sound so simple, right? Just come
Hmm.
in with a growth mindset. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. And then you come in there and you see someone else doing muscle ups, and you're like, well, looks like I'm doing muscle ups to beat you today. All right. So that is Monday, and that is our gymnastic day, which to tell you what that's built towards is that is built towards we have 30 people right now signed up that want to do beach brawl.
That's
And
so
so,
cool.
yeah. So one of that workout is some of the complex movements that we'll see at beach brawl, and we want you to be able to use that workout to get better. And whether you're doing beach brawl or not, it's going to be a fun workout.
Hmm.
So number 2 of the week is that strength workout we were talking about. Let me make sure it looks good. Yep, it looks great.
The mountain.
Yeah. So like we said, here's your strength, right?
Hmm.
And when we talk about endurance, I'm not good at maths, Ab, but how many reps is that movement?
Um, ooh, how many reps total? 10, 50.
50 or
Hmm.
60? 50?
Yeah.
So we're talking about endurance, but we're talking about 50 reps, right?
Hmm.
And then we're talking about a set of 5 bench press and a set of 5 sumo deadlift. So we just want you to be super strong that you can go run a marathon and we know your joints can handle it. You can go run a 10K. We know your joints can handle it. You can go do whatever it is, go hiking this fall, climb a mountain, and we know that you can handle it. And that to us means you can do a really good 5 rep max. It's not that
Yeah.
you know, have to go follow a marathon program for 6 months. So
Hmm.
this workout's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a good test. We don't often do 4 time
Mm-hmm.
workouts except during these baseline and retest weeks, just because it just gives you such a clear picture of did I do it faster, yes or no.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this was a fun one. It's hard to keep yourself on track.
Yeah.
It's easy to get distracted. I feel like I always have to be really diligent about, okay, next station, next one, next one.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be such a good baseline test, right? Because
Hmm.
you've got to just keep moving in that one and you got to know where your failure point is. And that's our goal over the next 8 weeks is to extend that failure point out. And again, just building some base strength here. It's going to be fun. And we've built on this. So like when you look at, we've done our first cycle of the year was bench press. Then
Hmm.
we did some strict and push press in last cycle. Now we're back on bench press again with dumbbells.
Hmm.
And we've gone from the regular deadlift to the power clean to the sumo deadlift. And then it's going to be exciting to go back and forth and see where some of them are at the end of the year. So as you see, we're like, just keep building on that foundation that we've built.
Yeah, we've had a lot of time spent on the D balls in the previous 2 cycles. So
Mm,
I think for most people, it's no longer feeling like a new skill or awkward. They feel pretty confident. So it's time to see how fast we can do it now.
yeah. And then you were thinking, oh, we're only going to do bench press and deadlift. Next day, here's the back squat.
Starting out, we're letting them do it first, not making you do it after that workout.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, definitely first. Good warm up. And then this
Mhm.
is just straight leg endurance, right? So
Mhm.
if you can crush this workout, whatever comes up the rest of the year, you can do it. This is like a high rocks, gonna be no problem. Deca, gonna be no problem. Running that half marathon, running a 5K, doing the triathlon, your legs are just ready for anything with this workout right here.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
so as
gonna
you see up,
feel.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I just doing it. It just feels like how you feel when you try to start running after you get off the
Yeah, and then
bike in a triathlon.
if you haven't watched our video, um, we came up with this unbroken set of wall balls like on the fly while we were testing last.
Yeah.
And that is going to be so much fun. Like our coaches are going to have a lot of fun with that, building in
Yeah.
some competitions and just like making people go head to head, seeing who can hold on to the wall ball the longest. Because that's what it feels like at the high rocks is like it's the last thing you don't want to pick it
Mhm.
up, and then you got to go pick it up. And the only difference is we'll make sure you do full squats on ours
Yeah.
rather than whatever
And
whatever
it's
you
so
want.
crazy like to see people, if they ask about the unbroken wall balls, they're like, "Oh, well, oh, I just won't do that many," or "I'm not going to hang on to it." But then as soon as you say go and you're
Yeah.
standing next to someone, you do not put that thing down.
Yeah.
It's
Would
just
you beat me
funny to
by
watch.
one? You beat me
Yeah.
by one when we were testing it?
Yeah.
That's messed up. But it didn't count. It only counts this week. So
Oh,
I'll
okay.
see you at the wall ball targets. And so finally, in our endurance cycle, we come to our main endurance workout
Right.
on Thursday.
Beach bowl. This one is rude,
Yeah.
but it's exciting. I gave people a space on the scorecard to record these individually, which makes it.
Which is
Oh,
super messed up. It's super
yeah.
messed up. I was like, okay, no one will know what my 1 mile run time is because it'll be mixed in with a 1 mile row and ski and 100
Yeah.
box step ups.
Nope, it's the first thing on the scorecard.
So you're really testing what Chris said here, right? I got to
Yeah.
really come in with a growth mindset here. Especially if I do the run first. Oh God, if I do that 1 mile run first, that would be
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
just very revealing as to where my
Hmm.
competitive nature is at right now. So we got row and ski. Oh wait, I got an excuse. I can wear a weight vest. We got row and ski 1600, 100 box step overs. Yes, you heard that right. 100 box step overs and 1600-meter run. And what this beautifully shows as well is how most of our workouts look and how we help every level of athlete because
Hmm.
everything we do now at OxFit is on a clock.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember, but I remember, and I was talking about this with someone the other day, that we used to have um, just, it was 3 rounds for time, 5 rounds for time. There's
Hmm.
always some workout like that. And it would just be like, some people would scale it wrong and
Yeah.
some people would scale it right, and some people would scale it wrong the other way, and
Hmm.
they would end up where you've got to what you anticipate being a 15-minute workout, and somebody finishes in 6 minutes, and someone finishes in 22 minutes, and the people that finish in 6 minutes have to wait for the people that finish in 22 minutes, and because you have a good environment, they don't want to leave, but after a
Hmm.
couple of weeks, they also don't want to stay, right?
Yeah.
And so now, if you get the scale wrong, it's 2 minutes faster than someone else. And if you are last, you're not always last. You're maybe last by 1 minute, and someone's not sitting looking and like eventually pretending to clap for you to finish. It's like everybody finishes at the same time pretty much. And then
Hmm.
we've got scales, and yeah, it's just, I love how that workout shows how much we've evolved to make it for everybody. So whatever your fitness level is at, that's how we keep you going. That's how we make you not feel like I'm always last. You most of the time won't know if you last or not.
Right. Yeah, I mean, with the levels on that one, um, if people choose correctly, and that's what coaches are there for too, like, this should take you 8, 9 minutes, maybe should not take you the full 12 minutes. Like, we'll help you choose the level or the scale that works best for you to
Hmm.
get through the workout. And like you said, what's it going to be? 1, 2 minutes, no one even notices. When
Right.
it's 10 minutes, you're like, what did that guy do?
Yeah. And then finally, we got our Friday workout, which is a workout, but it's our makeup day, right? So you can
Mhm.
choose one of the workouts from the week to make up, but also we have an awesome workout because we know that life happens, right? I remember back in the day, there was gyms that used to like schedule a rest day, and it's like, how can you
Mhm.
schedule a rest day? Like, how do
Right.
you know everybody's schedule? You know? And so we would not just say like, oh, Friday's a rest day. We don't know your schedule. Your schedule might be all over the place. So Friday there's a workout there, but also if you want to make up one of the workouts that potentially you missed, then you can do that.
Mhm.
But prioritize Monday to Thursday this week. Do not rely on Friday because like I said, life happens. And what life will do to you is someone will put a meeting in your calendar, or someone will get sick, or something will happen where you can't come to the gym and then you can't make up too. So just have that as an extra day in your back pocket if you need it.
Definitely.
So that is how we use the programming. That's how we use the scorecard. Now, Savannah, talk to us about our programming, how it's not just completely random. We build off that for the next 8 weeks and we use linear progressions, and we want you to get, you know, confident in all these different movements. Talk about how you
Mhm.
build that up.
Yeah, so the baseline identifies everything we work on, everything we want to get better at. Um, and then I don't want to say scale it back or dumb it down because the workout intensity stays the same, but the complexity increases as we go through the 8 weeks. So
Mhm.
still get the same quality workouts, but I'm not going to ask you to do week one, every round you have 20 toes to bar. No, it might look like every round you spend 1 minute on toes to bar. And for some people, if that's 20 reps, that's great. If someone's just learning the skill or trying to get better and it's 2 reps, that's fine too. But yeah, the weight prescribed to those lifts and the complexity of the movements or how many reps I ask you to do is all going to get a little harder, a little more complex as we go.
Love it. And that's with everything, right?
Yeah.
Like week one, we call it week one, and it feels like a foundations week. And then it just
Hmm.
slowly gets more and more complex to a point where you can put it all together to retest it.
Hmm.
And like you said, it's not just a different version of each workout. It's all mixed together. You won't even notice the
Hmm.
progression until you get to the end and you look back and you go, oh man, look how we built up. And one thing that I always find funny is we get so much stronger that
Hmm.
usually the 2 weeks before test week is just full of gold stars. And you're like,
Yeah.
guys, you just did like a 5 rep max stronger than your 1 rep max. Can you like ease off a little bit here? And it's like, but that's just the way that we build the program is you just get so much more confident with the movements and so
Hmm.
much stronger that you just see crazy PRs on like, what is it? Um, what do we call it before baseline week? Like deload week.
Deload.
Like,
Or it's
dang it,
I
stop.
deload week tends to look very similar to like week one.
Hmm.
So we've built, and then I drastically take it back so people aren't. I mean, the intention is so that you have a kind of moderate to chill week of workouts and people just go crazy.
I think I said to you once, I was like, don't log it as the actual thing in deload week
Yeah.
because people see that as the actual thing. And then we just have like 1,000 PRs, which is a crazy
Yeah.
thing to say, but it's like you trying not to have everybody PR before we
Yeah.
retest. But
Deload week should be no scores. Everything is just for
yeah,
quality. You
yeah,
don't log anything.
yeah. All right. And then that is just the fitness side of things, right? Like our programming, we've been working on this for 9 years, 10 years now. Oh man, I've been writing workouts since I was 18 and I'm 39. So I've been writing workouts for 21 years. I've been doing this for 15 years now. I was a head coach for 5 years at another gym. And so I've just been doing this for so long. It goes without saying that you're just going to get stronger, fitter, and more ripped, right?
Mhm.
That's just the programming it's awesome. We use every piece of equipment in that gym to get you there. Um, but where we can take you over the top, where we can get you to 10x your results, double your results in the amount of time is by using one of our coaches. We do a personal coaching program where we track all your goals. We build in other habits that surround this to make you the best version of yourself. And you've got us on your ass literally every day. I check in with most of my guys every day. And we're all in a group where we make sure we hold each other accountable, and we're just constantly celebrating each other and checking in. And I think that's the next level of that. If you think you're ready for that, then don't wait, because now is the week that you want to start doing that. Because if we can change your nutrition, if we can build a better habit around your mindset, if we can add in some supplements that maybe you're missing, just imagine where you can go in 8 weeks. If you've been PRing every 8 weeks already, and now we do all that stuff, like that's just, I have a coach, Savannah has a coach. I couldn't do it without a coach. And so we just know that the next level of this is adding in that coaching program and making sure that you just held accountable to the things you want. It's not our goals. The thing that I talk about a lot is, like, as a coach, your job is to never put your goals on someone else. It's to find out what their goals are and then build it around that. And that's what we really focus on.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's such a, like, if you just, I just think about how it fast tracks you. Like, what we can do with, obviously your nutrition and your fitness and weight loss, health goals, all of that is so important, but also just getting more confident in the gym. If you say, oh, eventually I'd like to be able to do a pull up, or I want to get really good at double unders, or I want to hit this weight on a squat. In 3 or 4 cycles, you'll maybe get there. But if you have a coach working with you for 8 weeks, you just don't even realize how that daily coaching and advice can just put you on a fast track to achieve those things, and you don't have to wait a year for things to pop up in a cycle.
We talk about in general stuff on these podcasts about the previous week, but if you have one of us as your coach, you get that ahead of time. So, like, you're looking at your clients and you're looking at their goals and you're looking at the week and you're saying, this is where you focus. This is where you get better. And you've got just a guide throughout the week that is invaluable, right? Like, I know this week I want to get better at muscle ups, right? So you will tell me, like, hey, Ant, this is how you set up your week. And if I know, like, one of the things that me and you are working on is you eventually want to get a ring muscle up, right? And so every day that I see you, I'm, hey, Savannah, did you do your 50 push-ups today? And just little things like that seem so like, oh, yeah, whatever. But over the course of 8 weeks, me checking in and making sure you've done your 50 push-ups, I mean, it just takes you to the next level, right? And that's just one aspect. Now I'm checking in with you on your nutrition. You've lost 10 pounds. You lost 10 pounds, your push-ups are so much easier. Your ring muscle up's going to be 10 times easier. And that's just how it goes, using that expertise of me, Savannah, Caitlin, Lauren. Lauren does most of the moms. Caitlin does most of the women in EAV. Savannah takes the athletes that want to do beach brawl, all kinds of different events. And then I work with a lot of the men. So if you want to take it to the next level, that's how OxFit works. 8 weeks, strong, fit, ripped. And as the title of the episode says, the data doesn't lie.
It does not.
So track that data. If you have any questions, hit us up. I'm Ant at ox.fit. We got Sav at ox.fit. And we will see you in the gym this week. And we have something cool coming up this Saturday. So stay tuned for what we've got coming up on Saturday. We're going to start releasing the workouts for it. All I'll tell you right now is find a partner and someone that's potentially at your level, just to keep it simple. But somebody that you probably wouldn't usually partner with would be cool too.
Yeah.
No gym besties, whatever the hell that means.
No.
We don't do that. We don't do that at OxFit.
No.
All right, Sav. I'll see you at the gym and find your strength. I don't know.